Hey everybody, so now this is for what you guys all been waiting for, MacKenzie Center on video. So I ran on Wednesday. My meet was in Liege, Belgium. Let me think, where should I start? Well, first of all, that morning it was raining. It was raining like crazy. I just couldn't believe it. And then not only raining, it was cold and raining. The day before it rained, but at least it was warm. So I was like, okay, we could deal with that. But it was raining cold. My race was actually at 9 o'clock at night, so I left it for the track around 7:15, got there 7:30. Luckily it wasn't raining. It was still freezing cold, but it wasn't raining. In fact, it felt like I was in fall training all over again. I was like, oh my God, you've got to be serious. But you know, I found a place, or I went to the warm-up area, I did my warm-up. Luckily I had 2 pairs of sweats, so I threw on my other pair of sweats during my jog and everything, and then I took them off for my strides. I did my strides and everything outside of the warm-up area, and then I, you know, snuck around and found a little inside area to do the rest of my drills and everything, which was cool. Then about 45 minutes before it was time for me to run, I went outside, went on the track and did some strides, and then about 20 minutes before I ran, I went back on the track and they had the blocks and the first couple hurdles set up. So I did a few times to the first hurdle, and just, you know, get myself warmed up, and I felt good. So I was like, okay, it's freezing, but I got a good warm up in, so I wasn't too bad. Next thing you know, it's time to get on the track. So I was lined up on the track. I was trying to wait until the last possible minute before I had to take off my clothes. Now mind you, I am in another country, so I had to look around and keep looking just to know when it was time to get undressed. And then I saw a lady walking towards us, going like this. So I figured, okay, I guess that means it's time to take our stuff off. So I took our stuff off, and of course I'm in lane 8, so I couldn't see what anybody else was doing. So I kept, you know, slightly just glancing behind me just to see, is it time for on your marks yet? Do we start getting in our blocks? Next thing you know, on your marks. I was like, oh, that was easy. No, wait. Before we even got to that point, sorry. As we were standing behind our blocks, all of a sudden a mist came in, a rainy mist. I was like, oh God. Had us sitting there for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm freezing, but I'm like, okay, we got this. We got into the blocks. I couldn't really understand the set, but I knew it was time to race, because hey, that's the only other second command. Bang, the gun was out. I got out to the first hurdle. I remember what my coach said, Joe has got to get out for the first 200. So I got up to the first couple hurdles. I was flying. I settled into the race and moving down the track nicely. Got into 5. I remember, okay, I got to go now. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't open up. I got to 6 and I hit it with my trail leg. I had to reach and hit it with my trail leg. I was like, oh my God. But I pushed into the curve, alternated at 7, good. And then at 8, I moved, but my steps were now off. 8 was fine, but then 9, my steps were off. I normally alternate, but I didn't. But I tried not to panic. I kept going. Came over 9, 10, and I remember now it's just about the racing. Drove off of 9 and finished in 5th. So it wasn't my best time, but one thing I can say is I finished out better this year than I did at that meet last year. So we'll take that. Given the conditions, I think it was okay. But now I gotta go start training and get ready for Luzerne. Talk to you guys later. Bye.